But we're winning handily in the north. The Great Red North. As opposed to the Great White North, which is, of course, our brothers in Canada. Who are, ironically, in this game also red. But not red as in communist, just red as in that's their map color. Alright, I need some support for this tank battalion. Move on up. They've got some depth here. Like, we are really starting to run up against the rubber band effect, where their troops are being compressed into a small area. Mm-hmm. It's going to get a lot harder to make progress, even though we're moving into areas that have better infrastructure. Speaking of infrastructure, bringing infrastructure to the Siberian, oppressed Siberian people. I have so much infrastructure queued up. We're giving future Putin a lot of free roads. That's the one thing we have to be mindful of. Not that this campaign will continue to the point that that becomes relevant. We built some nuclear reactors in the Caribbean. Why not? The more bombs we can make, the more bombs we can drop. More bombs we can drop, the faster this sumbitch is gonna get over. This beach. What's the Wolverine 90s Wolverine equivalent of that?
Of SOB?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways you can go with that.
Yeah.
Son of a biscuit, son of a gun.
Son of a biscuit. There we go. Yeah, I promise.
You dog.
I promise we will drop at least one nuke before this campaign is over.
That
is my promise to you. We will have jet bombers by then, and we'll be able to drop bombs wherever the hell we want. Man, we're maxed out on Navy experience. Let's design a new battleship. So we've got the super heavy Montana class battleship. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and just put a whole bunch of guns on that. Let's make sure that we don't lose too much reliability. Armor, engines, reliability. Yeah, that'll do it. And having shed the Montana identity, this is now the Cyrus class battleship. Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus. It's a really dumb joke.
Yeah, very.
Very dumb.
That's alright.
Yeah, we don't need to be building so many carriers anymore, so I'll assign a lot of that production to our new battleships. We're almost maxed out on army experience. We could start deploying some new tanks if we wanted, but, like, the war is so close to being over that I almost don't really want to switch over our production lines. Siberia is big. It takes a long time to get anywhere in this region of the world. Call to arms from Turkey for a war we're already in. Man, they really stopped this tank assault in its tracks. Good for them. They're going to be cut off pretty soon. Well, I guess they could still... Do they have ports on the Caspian Sea? They don't, so they can't even ship supplies across here effectively. So once we cut them off, they're going to be SOL. Actually, this is going to be smarter. This tank assault, on the other hand, should go very well. Is it snowing? Looks like it's snowing. Weather... It says weather clear, but it definitely looks like it's snowing to me. Overrun! You can't escape from our armored battalions.
This is wrapping up quick, folks.
It is. How is our army in San Francisco? Are they all gathered up? Yep. Shipping them to China. One-way trip to the danger zone.
Yeah.
We could technically fabricate a war goal and like declare war on France by the time we get over there, but yeah, we're not going to do that.
I think you'll run out of time, really.
Yeah, they're a good democratic nation. We have no beef with them. We have no beef with them. I apologize for my French. Okay, so we took DM and I. We went to the same grade school, and we took French from this woman who said she was Belgian, but we're not entirely sure she actually did speak French.
And and it's hard because we don't have, it was 3rd grade.
Yeah,
so we don't have let's just be honest, dude, we don't have a great memory of it at this point.
My dad used to speak fluent French. Like when he went to France, they thought he was French Canadian, and he was like always correcting me on stuff she had told me, and she had these like, they seemed kind of staged conversations with her quote-unquote mother in France.
Yeah, I definitely remember those.
It seemed like a distinct possibility that she like took Rosetta Stone French or something and then convinced...
Or was maybe a French major in college.
Yeah, convinced the school district that she was a native French speaker so that they would hire her as a French teacher. We always kind of had that suspicion.
I know her name. I'm not going to say it on the internet.
No. I won't say the name of the person or the school, but...
Yeah, for defamation purposes.
Yeah.
But that is a suspicion we held.
We always...
Let it be known, however, that is our opinion. And we were in 3rd grade, so God knows how clear our memory of that era is.
We could be totally off base, but it was a little bit odd.
I'm gonna be real. I don't remember a whole lot of that year in question.
Yeah.
Like, I remember it in broad strokes. I remember it for 3 things. I remember it for that teacher and her French lessons. I remember it for the best assignment I ever had in elementary school, the most fun. And I remember it for the year that I got in repeated and constant trouble for hiding books at my desk and reading them when I was supposed to be paying attention.
Yeah, we were both like reading The Hobbit and shit instead of doing...
Every other day, it seems like my teacher was yelling at me for it's like I'm teaching and you're reading and not paying attention.
I'm sorry for reading literature during school, for trying to broaden my horizons.
I mean, let's be real. I'm not Let's be real though, dude. She had a point. Like,
no, she did.
She's trying to teach math, and we're reading Tolkien.
But I always hated math. So
yeah, I was saying, hated it.
Oh, Iran wants to send us some divisions.
Hated it in elementary school, hated it a lot in middle school, and hated it in high school.
Thank you, Iran. Let us know if you ever need your government overthrown and to have a...
Here's a question. Of all the years in the education system, including any years spent in college, what was the worst?
My least favorite year of school, period, was my junior year of high school.
6th grade
by
for
far,
me.
really.
My least favorite year of school ever was my 6th grade year.
I was super depressed my junior year, and I hated most of my classes. So that was the low point of my life. Probably was 2007.
And you know, that's why I say like middle school was awful for me. Is a close second for least favorite year was my 7th grade year.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, 6th and 7th grade were as bad as it got for me, and it was a combination of there were some teachers who were of critical importance, you know, in the subjects they taught, who I just did not get along with.
Yeah.
My social life was at a low ebb. And, oh yeah, 6th and 7th grade were the worst for me. Things rebounded in 8th grade, and I actually had a good time in high school.
Yep, high school was not my favorite. Actually, senior year, I enjoyed senior year.
So I feel like senior year is the easiest to enjoy, though.
Senior year is when
it's like a one long victory lap. No matter who you are, it's a victory lap. I don't
want to say I got my shit together because I still had terrible grades, but it's when I like started actually like building self-confidence and, you know, putting myself out there and
everyone I've ever
becoming a successful person. So
everyone I've ever talked to, senior year feels like a victory lap.
Yeah.
There's almost an aura of effort that permeates that entire.
If you're an international viewer and you don't watch a lot of John Hughes movies, that's like basically 17 to 18. It's your 12th year of school right before you go to college.
Unless you're off track, you graduate high school at 17 or 18.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Unless
if you're ahead of track, you might graduate high school.
You could be off track
Yeah.
either by being behind it or ahead of it.
All right, so we have overrun another huge Soviet army here in the it's not the Caucasus. What is this region? I guess it's just the Persian Highlands, kind of. So we're gonna check the casualties again after this, and then begin our final push. We won't take Moscow because we want to drop a bomb on it before.
We do.
We do want to drop a bomb on it. I mean, that's...
Somebody drop us the bomb. Or no, somebody set us up the bomb.
Set us up, drop us the bomb, all the bomb.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
I knew that was coming. I knew we were both gonna make the same.
On the wavelength, man. Yeah. On the wavelength.
That's another reason middle school was not as fun, because that's after they split up the dynamic duo, moved out of state.
Fifth grade is when I remember you moving.
Yep, I moved end of 4th grade, beginning of 5th.
Interesting fact for those of you still on the stream. TJ and I have known each other for 21 years.
Yeah, we met in 1st grade at a costume party where I was the Incredible Hulk and DM was Superman. And we bonded over our mutual love of superhero comic books, and the rest was
October
history.
31st, 95, I want to say.
Yep, the only person I still keep in contact that I have known for anywhere near that long that is not a member of my family.
October 31st, 95.
Yep.
95 or 96. It could have been 96. I think it was 95.
Oh, it was it was 96.
Okay.
Yeah, because we started school in 95, and so we were in 1st grade in it was October of 96. Yeah. So it'll be 20 years this Halloween, actually.
Yup.
Yeah. We need to have some sort of
that's
party
actually kind of spectacular, given that there are literally only 3 people,
Yeah.
I consider myself having remained close to for that long, and I'm related to them. So
yep,
that's my parents and my sister. Those are the only 3 people I've maintained extremely close ties with for longer.
Let's see where their air bases are, so we can plan to. There's an air base there. We're gonna need to take an air base slightly closer to Moscow.
And it was 5th grade. You moved. They split us up in 4th. That was the first year we'd had different classes.
Yeah. Jeez, what are there?
And we had different recesses in 4th grade. It was awful.
The horror. Is there really no airbase on this side of Moscow besides this one? Which, even with jet fighters, I don't know if we'll be able to necessarily get to it.
We're getting close to range, though.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we're in range. We might have to build a new airbase, actually, which will take a little while. But I promised you nukes.
You'll get nukes, guys.
If we don't get to nuke Moscow, we'll nuke Berlin. So, because we'll definitely have some air bases by then. Alright. By the way, we're currently building a bomb every... I want to say 24 days is what it looks like if I'm doing my math right, which I might not, because as I mentioned, I didn't pay attention in math. I don't know what these guys are doing up here, but I just want to close off this front as quickly as possible. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we could quite hit Moscow from this airbase, even with jet bombers. So that'll be a strategic challenge to overcome. Does Germany still hold Paris? Just barely. They hold the main part on this side of the Seine, so that the Ile-de-France, basically, they're still in control of it. UK has completely taken Crimea and is pushing north from there, but I'm sure they're facing resistance from the Soviets on their flank, so that's not a tactic I would have employed.
Our presence is going to be the deciding factor, the fulcrum. The UK can't win this alone.
By the way, has our other huge reinforcement army arrived yet? Almost. I might actually just give everything to Eisenhower and just give him a general attack order to just push straight to Paris. How's our production doing? We're still building all the stuff we should be building. Producing a lot of infrastructure. There's a lot to be repaired. Luckily, damaged buildings will repair themselves very slowly, even if you're not spending factory output on them. So we've completely locked down East Asia. Well, almost completely. There's a little pocket of Japan there. Improved anti-air. Running out of stuff to research. Jet tack bomber. Why can't we get that yet? Oh, because we don't have regular tack bombers. That's okay. Don't need them. Also, I don't think the Soviet Air Force is going to be as huge a factor at this point.
Not even remotely.
No. Yeah, at this point, I think we're done with all our little tactical maneuverings, and we're just going to go ahead and tell Eisenhower to take command of everything and clean up. Factories repaired, that's good. Let's manage our occupation, make sure we're not being too oppressive yet. Oh, I was building all those MPs in Oregon. I don't know if I'll actually end up using them. The Mounted Democracy Police. We'll save those for invading El Salvador. We'll do a cavalry charge into El Salvador with the Mounted Democracy Police.
The El Salvadorian menace.
Democracy!
Shoot, they don't even need horses. They just need some coconuts.
Yeah, there we go. Rocket artillery upgrade. We're gonna we might come close to finishing the tech tree by 48.
Which is pretty cool.
Which, by the way, we are
Which means if you watch all the videos of this on Loresworn Live, you actually get a great picture of this game.
Yeah.
In terms of tech trees, national focuses.
Yeah. We don't have air superiority yet.
I've been asked to a couple times over Twitter. We're going to try to do some more war colleges.
Yes.
And we're going to try to do war college videos for other strategy games, too.
Alright, so we're going to...
a keyword being try. We can't guarantee that right now, but...
We're going to take everybody, Patton's guys, all you guys, are just going to merge into a single army. We're going to delete all orders. We're going to draw a new front line that just encompasses everything. These guys specifically, I'm going to micro to close off this pocket at your leisure, at your own pace. Actually, I'll give them back to Patch, just so that they have
a leader.
Yeah, Patch. Where is he? Alexander Patch. You guys are going to have your own front line that is just entirely devoted to finishing off this thing. Okay. Execute. Execute. Insufficient resources. Wow, we're at a huge steel shortage. So we're going to change our economic policy, finally, to limited exports. And that completely solves all of our resource problems. And it doesn't matter that it slows down our technology, because we already have nuclear bombs, we already have jet bombers, we already have jet fighters. Like, not too worried about it. Oh, I forgot to give them an attack order. Eisenhower. Attack order. Actually, I'm going to delete that. Let's just wait outside of Moscow. So I'm going to give you an order that includes all of this, obviously. Caucasus. all these little cities will put us in contact with Germany a little bit, and then we're going to wait on this side of the river and not attack Moscow yet. We will go ahead and try to take Leningrad, though, I think. No, it's controlled by Germany right now. Oh, this will work. So all along this lake here and up to there. That is where I want your efforts focused.